welcome to part 2. I know, I was thinking about like only doing part 1, pero there's a lot of shoes that I have to clean. So I was like, yo, let me do a part 2. So part 1, you guys already watched it, doing the UGG boots. I'm gonna do a pair of UGG boots, but these are actually mine, and they're not just your typical UGG boots when you think of saying UGG boots. They're actually my snow UGG boots. I'll probably do those in a bit. What I want to do is something simple, easy, get through it real quick. And it's these shoes right here. These Nike shoes. There's not really much wrong with them. It's just they have a little bit of dirt, not too much. I don't know if you guys can see it. I would bring the other camera to do the other angle, but like I said, there's really not much. Even if I put the other camera on it, you're not gonna really tell. So I'm just gonna clean them real quick. I want to do the easier shoes right now, because then it would get me through it quickly as possible. These are actually suede. From here they're suede. They feel nice and smooth. So I'm gonna clean the bottom sole because that's actually what's dirty. So I'm gonna use the softer one just in case. I could use the rough one, but I'm just afraid of it actually going, like me while I'm brushing off right here, I'm afraid of it actually going onto the suede part and then it doing some damage to it, because I've had that happen before. I had to open up the new bottle of the EB Kicks solution because the other one ran out. So we're gonna just do it like this. You see, and I'm doing it with the softer one too, just, besides it, trying to do some damage. But if it does, if I do end up brushing up against the suede, it's not going to do anything to it because the brush is much softer. It's a softer texture than using that rough one. But yeah, they're just a little dirty. They're not like extremely bad. But since I'm doing this now, I might as well do it, right? And what's funny is that what's actually dirty on these shoes, I know the other shoes, they had dirt like on top and all that. On these, all it is just the side. See, look at that, real clean. Actually, I should have done that close-up video. I think I could still do it compared to the other ones. Let me just wipe this down. Make sure it's nice and clean. And the thing is here too, that these were the the ambulance is passing by, but here the portion that's actually like white, it's not really white, it's like a off-white kind of creamish color. So it's not that it's dirty, it's just that's how the shoe was made. So yeah, so this portion of it is actually like an off-white creamish color. It's not dirt or anything like that. That's why it doesn't look like it's a super white. So what I'm gonna do, so you guys can see, let's see, will you guys be able to tell? Yeah, you guys will be able to tell with the close-up video. Okay, so here we go. Let me turn on the light. The light is kind of running out of battery itself too. It ran out. Anyways, you see, it's nice and clear, right? It's nice and clear here. It's nice and clean. Meanwhile, this one, it's a little bit, you see how it looks hazy? So, like I said, it's just a simple little cleanup and whatnot. I might have to clean this one right here because it has that mark. But it's not too bad, like I said, right here, look at that. It looks nice and clean, see-through. I mean, you could hardly tell just because, you could see it, but it's just the light behind me is shining. It doesn't help that this light on my camera went out already. So I'm going to clean this one as well and get to it. Okay, so we're done with this shoe. There's really no scuff mark on it like this other one that I have to clean. This one does have like a dirt mark on it. So again, I'll dip it in the water. Solution. We're good. Brush. And that's basically it. It's just that it has dirt like where the bubbles are at. Like I said, it's nothing too major. As a matter of fact, if I feel like it, because this is a better brush for this, and like I said, I'm not applying too much pressure. I could just brush that little mark that was there. I have to wipe it down. It looks much cleaner. You can see right through the bubbles at the bottom. It cleaned off that mark. You guys saw it on the close-up here. Here, where's that mark was at, that line is gone completely. Keep on going with the rest of the shoe. These are a pair of shoes that I don't wear as much. I have a lot of pair of shoes actually, so it's not that I don't like wearing them. I do like wearing them. It's just that I put on, like I said, I go through all my shoes. I like do outfits and all that, which you can see it on my Instagram at talented_Erik, ERIK, just in case, because a lot of people misspell it. But there we go. This one's clean now. You see right through it. The bubbles look nice and clean. Let's move on to the next shoe. Which one? So you guys have seen me clean these. Just that recently I was wearing these since all my other shoes were dirty, but now I dirtied these up too. So these, you see the sole right here. And I think I said on the other video when I cleaned these, this part of it is not actually white at all. It's like an off-white, egg white color, and that's how they've been since I got the shoe, so they're not necessarily dirty. I know a lot of people would look at them, they're like, oh, but they're still dirty. It's not. It's just the material there that they use is like an egg white color, eggshell white kind of. This one is actually a combination of leather with this like kind of meshy material. It's a little bit thicker, but I will still not use this rough brush on it because it will shred it up, like I've said plenty of times. I just keep on saying that to make sure no one makes that mistake of using the wrong thing. As a matter of fact, I might clean this one that's right here instead, because I don't know if you guys could see, but it has this like nasty mark there. I don't even know what that's from. The good thing is that this shoe just recently got dirty, so it makes it easier for me to clean it. It's not like the other ones that I have to put like pressure. Of course, I'm cleaning the bottom sole as well, because that's all dirty. Like I said, I just waited quite some time, just like I said in the previous video, on part 1 of this. I just waited kind of long to do this, just because I wanted the shoes to get dirty, like actually dirty. Because all the other times that I've done this, it's just been like little marks here and there, something that you could barely see. But this time, the shoes are dirty. That. Then we'll switch over to the sponge to do the meshy part. The only thing I hate about the meshy part with the sponge is that the sponge does tend to like, maybe say like fall apart in a sense. And there you go. See, right where that mark was at is gone. Let me wipe down the bottom of this. I might actually do the bottom of this, but I'm gonna use the rougher scrub, the brush I mean, to do the bottom portion of this. And I know it's not gonna make it super clean, because like I said before, I rarely ever clean the bottom of my shoes. You know, I never actually realized that there's actually something at the bottom of this shoe that it says something. You know, you guys won't be able to see it, but it's in here and it says "just do it." I've never actually looked at the bottom of this shoe. I might have to use a different. Here we go. After a while, you have to start using a different rug, or not rug, a different rag, because you know it's just from you drying up the shoe, it just gets a buildup of dirt and everything. But there we go. The shoe looks clean again. It's all nice and clean all around. See, it's like all nice and clean. Like I said, this portion of it to people is gonna look like it's dirty, but it's not. It's just weird. It's just weird that they did that. They should have just, in all reality, I think they should have just used something else. I don't know. Because that looks weird to me. I'll clean this one real quick. Because from there I might actually switch over to the Uggs so you guys can see that. Just like my mom's, but these you could actually, I think these you could actually notice the salt a little bit more than with my mom's Uggs. My mom tends to make sure that she doesn't really use her Uggs when there's salt outside, which kind of makes no sense to me, but it makes sense to her. So I'm like, hey, you got the Uggs, they're like kind of like winter shoes, use them. But yeah, she tends to try to make sure she doesn't really use it when there's much salt out, because then it leaves nasty marks. But now, I think now she's starting to wear hers more, because she's like, oh, you know how to clean the shoes, you can do it for me. I'm like, oh, fine, I guess. I did tell her to use them, right? Okay. These are not as bad as the other ones. These were just a little bit dirty, not too much. I went over it with the brush where the mesh part is at a little bit. Like I said, it all depends. You have to have that good judgment of, should I use the brush, should I not use the brush, and then also what texture brush you should use. Should I use the rough one? Should I use the one that's softer? These are all different brushes from other companies that it came with the cleaning kits. We're gonna do the same thing we did with the other shoe. Clean the bottom real quick. Clean this bottom portion of it. Got some on myself. Wipe it down. What's funny is that I have, like, all these shoes that I have, I don't really use them for the purpose that they're meant for. I have a lot of running shoes. I have a lot of basketball shoes that I have. Like, I believe these are like running shoes or jogging shoes, and I don't use them for that. There we go. These are super clean now. See, boom, brand new. Like there, just got them at the shoe store. So like I said, these are running shoes, right? These are basketball shoes. Don't really use them for basketball. These are also apparently meant for basketball. Now, but let me get to the Uggs. Move this to the side for right now. So here are the Uggs. Look. Now, these you'll be able to tell. And for this, what I'll do is that I'm going to show you on this camera. So here we go. You see? Look, from the salt. This is all from the salt. These are my winter Ugg boots. Right, they're pretty dirty. I do use them. I know it looks like bird poop, but it's not. It's just all salt. So I'm gonna clean these. Like I said, make these look brand new too. Especially now that basically winter and it's not really snowing outside anymore. But you never know with Chicago. So let's get to it. Okay, so I'm gonna clean these. I don't know where whoever's watching these, wherever you're from. I mean, if you're from a place where it snows and you guys use salt, this would be great for your shoes to clean them. So I'll show you. I'll put this to the side, like always. As far as for this, see, this is the weird thing. This is like nut buck right here, and then this is like suede, and it's only a little portion of it. And then this, so there's like different materials. So this, like right here, is like rubber. All right. Then above it, this portion of it is like nut buck. But then the portion right here, right, where like Achilles and all that is at, this is suede. So it's like 3 different materials here. So what I'm gonna do is clean the portion where there's like rubber. You hear that? So that portion and this, I'm gonna use the brush. And the other stuff, I'll just use the sponge. I just imagine if I knew how to do all this quite some time ago, I probably would have had so many of my shoes still with me. Although back in the day, I didn't actually have as many shoes as I do now. I have a lot more now. Before, you know, when my parents used to buy me shoes, and even when I first started buying shoes, I only used to buy 2 pairs and that's it. I had a white pair of shoes and a black pair of shoes. That's not counting that I would have my dress-up shoes, my casual shoes. But yeah, I didn't have too many pair of shoes back then. Now I have a collection. Now I do. Okay, now that that's done, that was pretty quick. Switch over to the sponge. Dip it in there. Put some of this in there. So far we've cleaned 2 pairs of shoes. So we're pretty easy, quick. All right. Cleaning everything off. Okay, we wipe it down. The one person that really, because he has the same pair of boots that I do, is my dad, and he really puts them through hell. A lot of his shoes don't really make it past a year. They usually last them. One time they lasted him a year and a half. But he doesn't really take care of them as much as I do. I tend to take care of my shoes a lot. But here you go, look. Nice and clean. Boom. See? We're gonna do the zoom in or the close-up view of this. So here it is. Remember how it used to be with all that salt and stuff? Look at that. I just saw I missed that. Hold on. Okay, there we go. See? Boom. This is the one that looked like it had poop. Bird poop, but it's not. So there we go. Look at that. Brand new. Good to go for next season. Compared to these right here. See? They were just like these right here. But they're all good now. So let me get to this one. And there we go. So there's the comparison to both. See? There's that. Put this one down. Do this one real quick. That's already, would already be pair number 3. And I really did like these snow boots. These are definitely an upgrade from the last ones I had. Yeah, still has like a little rock in there. These are definitely an upgrade from the last ones I had. Really like these boots. And they kept my feet warm. The other ones I had, the older ones I had, didn't really keep me as warm after a certain amount of time. But these definitely did the job. Even though people said that these look nice, I mean, they do look nice, but I didn't go for style. I went for comfort, which these were comfortable. And then I just realized I have something here. Yeah, so one of the fuzzies from the sponge. So I didn't go for the looks of it. I went more for comfort. And not only that, but I also went for the resistance of how cold. And these could go up to minus 20 something degrees Fahrenheit. So in the negative. So that was nice. Which, trust me, it did work, because here we were hitting below zero, like 15 below zero and all that, and my feet still kept warm. They were still good. And then as long as you kept them nice and tight, snow wouldn't get in. So that was also good. So these all around, I really did like them. As far as snow boots go, these are, like I said, these are probably my second pair of snow boots. Now that I'm older, I'm like, yo, what, I need snow boots. When I was younger, I was like, yeah, whatever, right? When I was a teenager, even in my 20s, I was like, all right, I don't need snow boots, I'm fine. But now I'm like, hell no, I need snow boots. And plus, I went with these because also they have like this. The bottom looks a little dirty, but they have these little things at the bottom that grip on ice, so you don't really slip, which actually worked pretty decent. So yeah, that's it for these. These are nice and clean as well, you guys saw. So that's done. I might do one more. It's just have to choose which one. Because all the other ones are not as dirty. They're still pretty clean. But I don't think you guys have seen me clean. Well, let me see if these are dirty first of all. I have like 5 more pairs here. Well, these are not too bad. Nah, these aren't too bad. I guess I could clean them pretty quickly. But I don't know if I want to do that on video. Let's see. These aren't too bad either. These aren't too bad. These you guys have seen me clean it. Those are gonna be easy. Okay, I guess these maybe. These are my Timberland boots. They're not the classic Timbs. I'll show a close up of what I'm seeing. So here, this is what I need to clean. The back is a little dirty. You guys can see that. It's just a little bit dirty. Has some scuffs here and there. So I have to clean that. The other shoes, they're not as dirty. It's just the bottom of it. So you have that. So that's it for that. For these boots. And also I apologize, this chair's making a lot of noise. I just realized that right now. So these are my Timberland boots. These are not suede necessarily. I think these are nutbuck, I believe. And the bottom, of course, you know. I could use these, I mean, not to use them as snow boots, but these are also water resistant, so that's nice, right? So which one's the one that has that mark on it? I just lost it. I had it on camera where it was like white, like salt on it, unless I brushed it off right now by accident. But now let me do this one, because this one does have the scuff. So what I'll do, see this, that's like rubberish. So I'll use the soft one. Let me use the soft one. And what I would suggest is like get to know your materials when you're doing this, because you don't want to use the wrong brush. You know, just touch it, feel it, and just decide with your fingers or your hands and being like, you know what, I'm gonna use this one instead, or I'm gonna use this other one instead to clean it. I feel like this is anticlimactic just because all the other ones were like the Ugg boots were like pretty dirty, and like all my other ones were not as dirty. I cleaned the most dirtiest ones on the part one. Let me use a different rag. See, so not only do I like to keep my sneakers looking clean, but my boots, my snow boots, everything, I like to keep them looking clean. And the bottom of these, because these, I don't, not to say I don't use them as much, I love these shoes, trust me, they're comfortable, lightweight. Could style them up, style them down. Here it is, they're nice and clean now. They had a scuff mark right here, pretty bad one. You guys saw it on the zoom in, but here it is. Boom, nice and quick, easy peasy. So I'll use this for the second one. What I like is that this thing, like I said before, it's not just your typical just soap, you know, shoe cleaner. It does condition your shoes. So like, you know, like just like you as a person, you go take a shower, you put shampoo, and then you put conditioner. It's the same thing for your shoes, you know. And that's it. Look at that. That was pretty quick. Who knows? Maybe I might just do the other black ones that you guys have seen me clean, and that's just because the what's dirty on them is just the sole right here from wearing them, and I was still wearing them while it was snowing outside, and I hadn't cleaned them. But yeah, boom, you see, nice and clean, so fresh, it's so clean. So we'll do this one, and this will be my last pair, and then the other ones I'll do it off camera. So these are my Nike Air Max right here. They're these are, what are they called? I keep on forgetting the name of these. I used to remember all of these like off the top of my head. Oh, Barrage. These are the Nike Air Barrage shoes with the reflector on here. So you see what it is? It's just this. It's just this that's dirty. You can see it on this side as well, right? That's what's dirty. It's nothing else really. See, it's just that. So we're gonna get that going, and these are suede with a little bit of mesh. I could get away with this brush, so that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use the soft brush. You could always like get these different brushes like online. I would suggest Amazon, because I've seen Amazon has like different brushes, like hard, soft, different textured ones. So you could use them to clean your shoes. I remember a lot of times people actually did think that I was using just a regular brush, and like I said, not to say I've gotten yelled at, but I've gotten like, hey, you shouldn't be using that on that shoe, you know, because it'll ruin it. And at the end, I'll not to say ignore it, but I'll be like, okay. And I'll just be like, it's fine. Like, you know, I'm not using the hard brush. I'm not using the one that's harsh on the material. So here we go. It's nice and clean again. And like I've said so many times, it looking brand new. Bam, bam. Compared to how these look at the bottom. Like I said, it's all this. This one does have like a little bit of marks here, but that's gonna be taken care of real quick. that's it for this shoe. One more time and we are done. I've shown you guys how to use this on different materials. Like I said, hopefully I explained a little bit of what each shoe was made out of. You know, suede, leather, nut buck, mesh, and stuff like that. And like I said, you don't have to necessarily just use this on your shoes. You can use this on your hats. So like the hat that I'm wearing right now, you know how you get those sweat stains. You could use it on that. For the hats, I would suggest you use a sponge, whether it be this kind of hat, the bucket hat. You know, use that. Use the sponge, because if you do use the brush, even if it's the soft one, it might actually do damage to the hat. And then you're gonna have to replace it. But this one's done, nice and clean. You guys saw me use it on my mom's purses. You can use it for your purses as well. And just the same way you do it for your shoes, just feel it, touch the material. I just touch the material and I'm like, yo, what, I could actually use this. I could use this brush, or I could use the sponge, or whatever it might be. Touch the material and you make the decision of like, oh, should I use this or that? But yeah, this one's done. And like I said, you know, I know I keep on rambling back and forth. You could just use it, I mean, not just, but you don't necessarily just have to use it for your shoes. You could use it on your purse, your backpacks, these hats, bucket hats, any type of hats. You could actually use it for your car, the interior, if you feel like it. I've seen people use it for that. I haven't used it myself. I might try to see how that works out, because there is some stuff that I might want to clean with this. And the way, I mean, I think I've explained for this, you use warm water, you just dip your stuff, put it on the sponge or whatever you're using. You could also put some extra in the actual water if you felt like it, and that works fine as well. But yeah, that's it. Clean these shoes. Clean what? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th pair of shoes. So that's it. These are my shoes. What else? I guess just like last time, if you want to get yourself some EB kicks, just go to EB. That's EB, literally, and kicks, KICKS.com. Go to shop, I believe, or products. Click on there, and then the list of products that they have pop up. Like I said last time, I suggest you get the big kit, where it comes with 2 of these, right? 2 of these 8-ounce shoe cleaner and conditioner. It comes with your white touch-up. It comes with your 2 sponges. It comes with your 1 brush. And I think I said it last time, it does come with your edges that I have it on the side because it's still drying. Your EB Kicks towel to wipe down your shoe or wipe down your hats or whatever you're cleaning. Yeah, that's it. Los vemos, okay?